Hey everyone, I'm Zen Big. This is Auto Group. Welcome back to the channel, and this is the all-new Lexus RZ. This is the all-wheel drive trim. It's the luxury one specifically. This one comes out to about $68,000, which is of course expensive, but you're getting so much quality Lexus luxury. It is just an amazing car. The first all-electric car that you could buy from Lexus. All right, I mean, just look at the shape of this thing from the side pose. I believe they came out with a concept car version of this maybe about 2 years ago, and then they really did translate everything, even that unique haunch at the rear and blending with the C-pillar kind of looks like the LC500's cut over there. And in the back, a very squarish, very boxy design, which you don't really see with Lexus, which absolutely looks so unique and stylish. It really is a very different step in terms of design that they've taken, which I really love. It's very funky looking, very futuristic, and in my opinion looks way better than those cars like the Tesla Model 3 and the Kia EV6, for example. It is such a striking car. Even the things that many people may overlook in car design, even those are very stylishly done. Like the design of the view mirrors to me is cool. The door handles, the way they're slim and slender. All of these things really make for a cool design, and it has this two-tone finish, gray and black, which makes it look so stylish. In the back, you have these two little points. They kind of look like a little bit of vortex generators to kind of spin the air off at the back of the car. And then, of course, you do have a slightly lifted lid over here as well. And a lot of people may ignore these types of designs, but personally, as you know, a big fan of like aerodynamics and stuff, it's very cool to see how manufacturers really try to engineer the most precise way of making air cut through the top of the car and out the back, especially when it's trying to be a fuel efficient car. These things, every little cut and detail matters in order to save you on your MPGe. Look at these tires. I mean, they're so nice and sticky. They look very much like summer tires, but they are going to be your mixed, you know, all-weather, all-season tires by Dunlop. Unique supplier, because normally Lexus goes with Bridgestone, and they also use Michelin's as well. So whatever, you know, it's up to them. Maybe they make some special tires for this new electric car for range, because this thing does actually drive very, very softly, which is so elegant. Let's go ahead and go to the inside of the car and check out some of those features. Okay, so on the inside of the RZ, man, this thing is a special car for sure for Lexus. I mean, obviously it's their first step into the electric world, and they did not cheap out on the interior. They really went all out with the materials and quality. Yeah, this car is $68,000 in this luxury trim, but you know, you're getting the materials in here as well. Look at the quality of soft touch on the sides, even when where your knee goes. And then you got this wood inlay over here. And then this little glove compartment is very nice and deep, actually, for your storage needs. Exposed cup holders, that would have been cool if they had a top over here, but not a big deal. A new gear selector, actually. This is very stylish. You push down and then go into drive like that. Push down, go into reverse. Check out that bird's eye view, a very modern version of a bird's eye camera. More features on the inside. One other thing that I really like is the visual layout of this interior is very much driver focused. The way these vents are kind of, you know, turned in diagonally to make it feel more, you know, sports car like in the center, kind of like a fighter jet actually. And you got a really nice, very clear digital heads-up display at the front. It tells you your speed limit, it tells you your current speed as well, your gear, and it has your range for adaptive cruise control as well, which you can see right over there, and that's reflected up in the head-up display anyways. So very, very cool, very clear to see through there. And this car has another very neat feature, which is this roof with the panoramic vision. If I click on this button, you can see, boom, now you can see the sky. Just by a click of a button. And then if you want to just have it, you know, toned down to hide from the sun, boom, you got that. We also saw this in the Toyota Venza as well. So a very cool feature that Toyota and Lexus are using in their cars. Very, very stylish. I'm gonna go sit behind myself actually. This is about my driving position. I am 6'3". Okay, coming on to the back. Right, here we go. Okay, the first thing you notice is that because the batteries are under the floor, I don't have a lot of foot space. It's actually quite tall up, so my knees are pretty high. But other than that, I mean, there is a good gap beneath the front seat for you to slide your feet under. It's actually not that bad for this compact EV. It's pretty nice and comfy, actually. The seat as well is good, and you got, of course, your beautiful suede material, so much so, you know, so different to a lot of other companies. They really took a different approach with this car. It's kind of a mix between a sportier car and a more luxurious EV, although it's not an F-Sport car. So very interestingly done. Boom, you open this, and then you got your armrest over here. Even the loop has some nice stitching on there as well in Alcantara. You got USB ports in the back, USB-C, and then you also have heated seats in the back, 3-stage as well, which is great. I mean, look at the quality that you find in this car. It's very, very nicely done. Some seat pockets. These are very, of course, run-of-the-mill things that you find, so I'm not gonna spend too much time doing that. You even have a lock and unlock button in the rear, which is interesting. I thought only like Stellantis products did that, because it's in our Jeep and in the Alfa Romeo Giulia as well. But yeah, interesting. Okay, trunk space. Wow, I actually forgot how big the trunk was, because if you don't remember, we did this auto show video with this car as well when it was first shown to us in Chicago in February. So yeah, it has tons of space in the back, very, very good storage. Boom, look at that. You can fit a lot of good stuff in here, man, especially if it's just 2 people living in the household with this car. This has tons of good space. Okay, take a look at this head-up display. Like anytime you want to use one of the touch functions on the steering wheel, it gives you a whole menu to choose certain tasks from, which is really nice. And as you can see on the steering wheel, this is what I'm controlling it with. So you just hover your finger over this, and it becomes like a mouse pad on your digital head-up display, which is beautiful. You could even change the menus and fix other things up over there. Anyways, oh, custom mode, that's cool. You got a custom mode where you could change powertrain, steering, air conditioning, of course. Sport and normal for steering. Powertrain is sport, normal, eco, and range. Nice. AC is eco, range, and normal. Okay, cool. Let's just keep it simple, because I mean, these modern cars are getting very complex. Okay, so how you get started in this thing, all you gotta do is just push down, boom, you're in drive. Look at that, super easy. Wow, the way this thing picks up is unbelievably smooth. Crazy. I just drove the Ioniq 6 at one event recently, the new Hyundai Ioniq 6, which is basically like the Kia EV6. But it didn't have this level of refinement, especially in terms of sound on the inside. It's so quiet. Wow. Feels like, I don't know, an electric fighter jet. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It doesn't have that traditional electric car feeling. It feels very gradual and very relaxed, almost like taking an engine and just making it silent, which is great. I think they purposefully, intentionally probably engineered the car to feel more traditional, like a traditional Lexus. From everything, like from steering to suspension to the brakes even, everything feels top-notch luxury Lexus, just electrified, which is amazing. Wow, the brakes are so soft and calm, and they just slow the car with such ease. Beautiful. Okay, I haven't been here in a long time. Signature Westmont area, where of course we have filmed the majority of all our videos. Turning on to our signature road. I'm gonna put this thing into sport. It's probably gonna kill our range just by a little bit, but I wanna see if it has any fake noises and cool things. Oh yeah, that's responsive. Immediately. Oh, and you get more engine braking, with the regenerative system. Since we're a bit, stuck in this traffic, let me check out range mode. I wonder what it does. I'm guessing it will put all the air conditioning and everything into a more relaxed mode, so it just prioritize recharging or saving on your battery just a little bit to help you get home in an emergency. Now it says the range is 116 miles. When we brought the car over here, it was 92 miles. So that's what happens, I guess, when you put it in range mode. Such a cool digital gauge cluster, such a young and hip vibe from a Lexus after a long time. I think after the LC500 and LS500, this is the coolest car that they've made recently. I mean, it's just totally knocks it out of the park. And now we're in sport. Wow, the numbers go up like crazy. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the steering is nice and, you know, sporty in a way, but still very much Lexus. These paddle shifters are to change your regenerative braking. Look at this. I mean, wow. And then it'll probably corner pretty flat too. Yeah, about flat enough. That's good, man. That's good. It's very quick for an entry-level electric car. That's quick enough. The turn of the car and then the way it picked up was a good amount of punch. It could be a little bit more. I felt the Ioniq 6 to be very punchy, but this is luxury punchy in a different way. Very cool. Dual motors, of course, because this one is all-wheel drive. Wow, I mean, it feels like I'm in a car straight out of, I don't know, the year 2045 or something. How does it have this much grip? I mean, of course, the electric, you know, everything helps. The batteries being under in the floor, of course, for your center of gravity. But still, this is very impressive. Listen to the noise. This is a cool car, man. This is really nice. I'm very impressed. It's done in a gradual way where it just goes. You don't feel that insane torque or anything, but the numbers go up so fast. It's like a video game, you know? It's like a computer game with a steering wheel and everything at home. This is an excellent car. I'm very impressed by this thing. Wow. Let's put it in normal mode real quick. Because this will be better for our, of course, range, but also like our getting off the throttle is much smoother in normal. Watch, I'm gonna get off the throttle and it doesn't decelerate like obviously you felt in sport mode. It's a very neat project from Lexus. A very good step in the right direction, because obviously if I had a car brand, I would have done the same thing that Lexus did if they're going the electric route. All you gotta do is make a nice, small, capable SUV that is very practical. And you just got to make it electric when you're going into the EV realm. Because as we see, I mean, the EV6s are selling a bunch. The Tesla Model 3 and Y have been super successful. Even their X, after they lowered the price even more. It's a very nice product. I mean, yeah, it's $68K, but wow, this thing is great. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Auto Group. Make sure to like and subscribe. Special thanks, of course, to Art Cool at McGrath Lexus of Westmont once again. You can come check this car out. They got a bunch of new cars in. They got tons of TXs in as well. I think they had 7 today. So now cars are finally coming back so we can start reviewing them again. I think this is the first review we've done on a dealership car since, I don't know, maybe last year May or something. I'll have more details and more videos coming up from now on, and this time we're not gonna go away for what was that, 8 or 9 months. So this is how we're gonna start the return of Auto Group on the channel. Thank you so much once again for all the support on all the previous videos as well. Stay tuned for more. Thank you, take care.